John Daly, and I'm the Manager Director of the Genesee County Road Commission. And I'd like to thank you for listening to this presentation about the Genesee County Road Commission and the other road commissions in Michigan and why they're important to satisfying your transportation needs and to support the economic development in Genesee County and the surrounding area. Road commissions are a unique form of government that's found only in Michigan, and they're established at the county level. Our road commission in Genesee County was actually established in 1923, but initially they were created by the state legislature in 1909 with essentially three purposes in mind. The first one was to have uniform standards for road systems across the state of Michigan. That means that bridges would be built in the same way, that the same standards would be for roads, for drainage areas, also for the traffic control devices like stop signs and stoplights. Additionally, we have economies of scale that come because the roads are consolidated under an independent unit of government who is maintaining the roads in a cost-effective manner. And then finally, the last one was simply to remove politics from the arena of road maintenance and construction so that roads would be maintained and constructed to support the economy of the area rather than being done for political purposes. As I indicated earlier, road commissions are unique in Michigan. They're an independent unit of government at the county level, and they're a little bit different. For example, they have absolutely no taxing authority. They receive no direct revenue from property taxes. In fact, we get most of our money for the maintenance of roads from fuel taxes and also from registration fees that are collected by the state. When we look at roads in Michigan, it's important to realize that there are actually three layers, three jurisdictions that we look at in Michigan. The first one is the state or the Michigan Department of Transportation. Then the second is our cities and villages. And then third is, of course, are the road commissions. There are 82 road commissions in Michigan, and one county, Wayne County, maintains their roads as a charter county under the Department of Public Services as an organization in the general county. The county road system in Michigan is composed of two types of roads. First, primary roads, and then second, what we call local roads. And the primary roads are roads that connect points of interest. They're the mile type roads that you find in some areas. They provide mobility more than access, and you can always tell primary roads because generally they're named after one of their destinations. For instance, Bristol Road, Linden Road, Mount Morris Road, Dodge Road, Belsey roads are all primary roads. In addition to that, we have local roads, which are considered to be all other public roads in the county that don't belong to the state trunk lines and lie outside of a city or village and are not primary roads. And examples of local roads would be Cook Road, Francis Road, McCandlish, Duffield, and Calkins. In addition to that, we have subdivision roads that are considered to be local roads even though they're within a subdivision. The state trunk lines, of course, are the I-routes like I-475, I-75, and I-69 in Michigan, US 23. Those are the components of the federal highway system that the Michigan Department of Transportation maintains in Genesee County, and the Genesee County Road Commission, under a separate contract with the Michigan Department of Transportation, performs maintenance and traffic control functions on those roads, as well as the M routes like M21, M20, and M15, and Dort Highway. Now, road commissions legally have a charter to maintain the primary and local roads in the county road system in a way so that those roads are reasonably safe and convenient for travel by the motoring public. And it's worth looking at seeing what does that obligation really mean. That means we perform several functions. For example, winter maintenance, pothole patching, crack sealing, paving, ditching, and mowing. It also includes dust control, as well as signs and signals, street sweeping, and a lot of other things that are smaller tasks that are necessary to keep the roads, the bridges, and the associated stormwater drain systems alongside the road in safe and operating condition. The Genesee County Road Commission, as one of 82 road commissions in Michigan, maintains 478 miles of primary road, 1,084 miles of local road, 259 miles of state trunk lines, and 162 bridges, as well as 2 dams that are located in Atlas and Argentine townships. Now that's actual road mileage. That's not talking about lane miles. If you look at the lane mileage, you can multiply that figure, that total of the state trunk lines, the local roads, and the primary roads by a factor of about 2.5, and what you find is that it's just about the same distance as a trip from New York to San Diego. So when we clear snow in the wintertime, that's like taking a trip from New York to San Diego on a one-way basis. Generally, when we do winter snow and ice removal, it takes us about 36 hours from the time we first start operations until we get completely through the system, assuming that there's no more additional snowfall. To accomplish a lot of our maintenance functions, we have several sites, maintenance districts, where we actually have garages. And you'll see from the slide that you'll see in just a second that we have a central garage that's located in Flint at 211 West Oakley Street. That's not only a central garage, but that's our principal maintenance support base as well as our administrative headquarters. We also have garages at Otisville, Montrose, Swartz Creek, Atlas, as well as Linden. Then road work that we do in this county has become expensive over the past 10 years, primarily because of the rising cost of both petroleum products and steel. Just to give you an example, a little touch of what the costs are that are associated with this, if you look at just a single chip and seal, and chip and seal is simply a service life extension on the road that we hope will give us 3 to 4 more years of service life out of the road. But assuming the road is ready to go, a single application of chip and seal on a 2-lane road will run us about $18,000 a mile. A double chip and seal, in other words 2 coats, will run us about $30,000 a mile. 2-inch asphalt resurfacing is about $160,000 a mile. 3-inch asphalt resurfacing with no curbing are $220,000 per mile. 2-inch asphalt resurfacing with curbing, $245,000 per mile, and then ditching, grading, and paving is about $645,000 a mile, assuming again that we don't have to do any other work and we don't have to acquire any additional property.